it happened again. And it happens this way so much of the time. It's very, very funny. I got finished writing a whole series with a bunch of other people on Facebook about the differences between obligation and commitment, because we had this whole discussion, and someone put in this whole thing about we should be obligated to each other. We should do things that make us connect to each other, that bind us to each other. And I agree with that. I don't disagree. I disagree with the idea of obligation, because obligation is resentment. You're doing something you don't want to do. Commitment is enthusiasm. Commitment is doing the things you want to do even when it doesn't seem like you want to be doing certain aspects of it at the time. And my daughters gave me the perfect example of it. And some of you have an idea what I'm talking about because I let a little bit of the cat out of the bag. My older daughter is a student at University of Connecticut, UConn. We dropped her off on Saturday. Saturday night, she drove with her little sister, our other daughter, to a party just outside of Trenton, New Jersey. And we get that phone call at 12 in the morning. I can't find my keys. My keys are missing. They came off, or the key to my car came off the key ring. It's gone. I've looked for it for an hour and a half and don't know where it is. It's gone. And in another place, another time, I would have been tearing the hair out of my head. And of course, I don't have any hair to tear out right now, so that helped. But, and this is where we talk about the difference between obligation and commitment. Did I want to drive 177 miles each way, because I mapped it out? Did I want to drive the 354 miles from Bristol, Connecticut to Morrisville, Pennsylvania? Not particularly. Did I like the fact that my girls were safe? They had a safe place to spend the night with good people. Nobody was sick, nobody was hurt, nobody was anything that cannot be repaired. Yeah, I love that. Did I love having the knowledge that I had another car, that there was a spare key? Yes. Did I love the commitment of being a dad who's there for his girls and lets them learn from mistakes that really weren't even their fault? Yes. Did I love all the appreciation I felt from both of them? Even to this day, 3 days later, I loved all of it. What's your obligation? If it's an obligation you don't love doing it, wish you were somewhere else. What's your commitment? You might not love every aspect of a commitment, but the process of it. We're not just talking parenthood here. We're talking business, we're talking careers, we're talking whatever it is you decide you love enough so that you're willing to laugh at and accept the parts that don't feel so good at the time. But you know that there's something good and right and beautiful to it. Find your commitment, lose your obligations, and watch what happens next.